Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all of you. So this is a video on chapter number 1, Introduction to Management. Okay, so before we proceed, let us see the chapter outline first, yeah? Okay, so this is the chapter outline, chapter number 1, Introduction to Management. So this topic will cover 4 subtopics, which are comprises of number 1, definition of management itself, the essential managerial task, level and skills of managers, and number 4, challenges for management in global environment. All right, so we're going to discuss all of this in this chapter. Okay, before I proceed further, let me tell you that I might break down this chapter into several videos. All right, so just stay tuned. Okay, so moving on, let us see what is basically management. So what is management? Before we can discuss what is management, we must look at what is organization, because management involves organizing the organization itself. Okay, so what is organization? So organization can be defined as collections of people who work together and coordinate their actions to achieve a wide variety of goals or desired future outcome. Okay, collection of people who work together and coordinate their action to achieve a wide variety of goals and desired future outcomes. So, and all managers works in organization. Okay, so when we talk about organization, by looking at this definition, it could be a company, it could be a governmental bodies. For example, it could be a cloud, right? Okay, so it can be in several forms. And despite from which organization they are, managers works in those kind of organization. All right, so before we can go to what is management, okay, we must look at who are the managers. Okay, so managers are the people responsible for supervising the use of organizations' resources to meet its goal. Okay, but before that, when we look at the goal and future outcome here, because every organization have their own aims to achieve. Okay, if it's a company, most probably their goal is to achieve profit, to have higher profit, for example. Okay, future outcome, it can be in several forms. For example, they want to have more branches, for example, throughout the nation, or they want to do their business in another country, or it could be different from those governmental bodies. Police department, for example, can you tell me what are example of police department goals with me? All right, so all right, moving on. Okay, managers are people who are responsible the organization resources to meet their goals. All right, so these managers are responsible to see all the resources. Okay, manage all the resources. Talking about resources, later on we will discuss what kind of resources that we it is meant. Okay, so next, baru kita nak tengok what is management. Okay, management is includes the planning, organizing, leading and controlling of human and other resources to achieve organization goals yang kita cakap tadi tu. Nak ada profit, increase in market share, for example, or market area, organization goal effectively and efficiently. So ada perkataan effectively and efficiently dekat sini. So management includes the planning, organizing, leading and controlling of human and other resources to achieve organization goals effectively and efficiently. So management involve both problem solving, because in doing business, for example, sometimes from time to time there are problems that arises, and making decision. Okay, every day most probably you would involve in decision making, how to proceed with the business itself, in terms of the customer choice, in terms of the product decision, what you want to do with your product, in terms of the services. Okay, and management is about the organization, how to focus on the task itself, and managers are about motivating and inspiring their managers. This is one of the role of managers, to inspire and to motivate. All right. Moving on. So when we talk about human and other resources, so what are those resources that involve? Okay. So in organization, managers are responsible to organize all these resources. It includes assets such as people and their skills, know-how and experience. Okay, manager must manage them. Okay, you must, for example, assign tasks to the right people, whether it's depends on their education background or interest. Okay, number 2, machineries, raw materials, computers and information technology. Now this is really important. Patents, financial capital, okay, and loyal customers and employees. So these 5 are the resources that the manager must manage in order for the organization to achieve their goal. Alright, jelas? Ada soalan? Boleh tanya madam. Okay, moving on. So, when we talk about achieving high performance, manager ni ada goal dia, ada target dia yang dia kena capai. Okay, but first let us look at the organizational performance. So usually, how to measure the organization performance is they will look at how efficiently and effectively managers use available resources to satisfy customers and achieve organization goal. Macam mana mereka ni guna all those available resources here to satisfy the customer and achieve organization goals. Okay, ni ada about SurveyMonkey. It is a company. Okay, and how does the CEO deal with the management punya challenges and so on, and it has been being the base as the example used in your textbook. Okay, you can read on that. Okay, but this Zander Lurie, I hope I pronounced the name correctly, the CEO goals is to continue with cutting edge technology using AI to promote innovation and grow the global market. So this is the goal that this Zander Lurie have to achieve. Okay. All right. So one of the most important goal that organization and their members try to achieve is to provide some kind of good services that customer value or desire, and it takes a balance of quality needs of customers against the pressure of cost effective. So bila cakap pasal goal ni, kita nak provide usually in company a good product, a good services that customer value and they want to seek later on after using our product, for example. Lepas tu dia pun nak datang lagi, dia pun nak beli lagi dengan kita. However, the main challenges is to have that kind of quality that the customer needed. However, yang masalahnya sekarang ni macam mana nak jadi cost effective, nak control the cost itself. Okay, sebab kadang-kadang kualiti datang dengan kos yang lebih tinggi. So macam mana nak balancekan? That is something that the management have to look at lah. Alright, moving on. Okay, tadi kita cakap pasal efficiently and effectiveness and efficiency. So these are the two words that is really important. Okay. So kita nak tengok efficiency tu apa? Okay, efficiency is a measures of how well or how productively resources are used to achieve the goal. Okay, it measures of how well or how productively resources are used to achieve a goal. Okay, okay, while effectiveness is a measures of appropriateness of the goals an organization is pursuing and the degree to which organization achieve those goals. Alright, so that is efficiency dengan effectiveness. Boleh tak bagi tahu dekat madam, share dekat group kita dalam bahasa Melayu, efficiency and effectiveness ni apa? Just to share lah. Alright. Okay. That is on efficiency. Now we're going to look at this diagram. Okay. High performing organization are efficient and effective. Okay. This figure on efficiency and effectiveness and the performance of in an organization. So kita tengok kita panggil apa ni? Axis panggil apa ni? Aduh, axis code. Okay, kita ada efficiency dengan effectiveness. Low dekat bawah ni. Sini low, high. Alright, so what is the situations here? For example, low efficiency and high effectiveness. Manager choose the right goal to pursue but does a poor job of using resources to achieve those goals, and the result, a product that the customer want is too expensive for them to buy. This is example of situation what could happen in low efficiency and high effectiveness. How about low effectiveness and low efficiency? Okay, managers choose wrong goals to pursue and make poor use of resources. So what can be the result? The result can be a low quality product that the customer do not want. And kita tengok situation low effectiveness, okay, high efficiency. Managers choose inappropriate goal but makes good use of the resources to pursue those goals, and the result, it could be a high quality product that the customer do not want because diorang tak study dulu the customer need tu macam mana. Okay, so ada inappropriate goal. Bila goal yang mereka pilih tu tak sesuai, diorang akan produce produk yang salah lah, tak ada market demand. Okay, then kita ada high efficiency and also high effectiveness. This is the ideal situation lah. Manager chooses the right goals to pursue and make good use of resources to achieve those goals, and the result is a product that the customer want at a quality and price that they can afford. All right. Okay, so organization performance is a measure on how efficiently and effectively managers use available resources to satisfy customer needs and achieve organizational goals. Okay, now the main question, why do we need to study management? Okay, like what I shared before, maybe you will use it later on in the future in your study. Okay, so why is it important for us to learn? Why is it important? What do managers do and how managers use organization resources effectively and efficiently to achieve the goals? So why study management? Because okay, managers decide how to use many of a society's most valuable resources. They directly impact the well-being of a society and the people in it. Understanding what managers do and how they do it is a is the central importance to understanding how a society creates wealth and affluence for its decision. Okay, so by studying management in schools, you are exposing yourself to the lesson others have learned. Okay, because we generally learn through personal experience or the experience of others. Okay, so bila kita dah belajar ni, you are exposed to what is management later on. It can help you in your future employment, for example. Okay, number 2, economic benefits of being a good manager are also impressive. Ni pasal gaji lah, gaji manager dengan officer biasa of course lah berbeza. Alright, of course lah berbeza. And learning management principles can help you to make a good decision in non-work context as well, like your study. Okay, because you are the planning, semua tu. Alright, siapa sini cita-cita nak jadi manager? Cuba habat dekat Mahdum. You kena aim high, right? Alright, so this is the 4 tasks of management ataupun kita panggil management function. Alright, so kita ada planning, organizing, leading and controlling. So I will explain further on this. Alright. Okay, so kita tengok task number 1 of management buat apa. It involve planning. Okay, planning. Buat perancangan lah kot dalam bahasa Melayu kan. So, what happen in planning is that they will choose the appropriate organization goals and courses of action to best achieve those goals. So what will happen, dia orang akan set goal, apa company tu, apa organisation tu nak achieve. Goal ni ada banyak jenis lah. Sama ada long term ataupun short term. Kalau short term ada annual goal for example. So macam mana nak achieve goal tu? Kena ada strategi. So this is the action yang nak achieve for them to do to achieve those goal. Okay, the strategies. Okay, so that is planning. Okay, organizing, dan kita ada step number 2, organizing. What will happen in organizing? They will establish the task and authority relationship that allows people to work together to achieve organization goals. Dia want to organize lah siapa nak buat apa, nak kena capai apa. Okay, nak buat kerja apa, nak report kepada siapa. Tu dalam organizing. Okay, establish task, okay, authorities relationship that allow people to work together to achieve organizational goal. Step number 3 ataupun function number 3 is leading. Leading, okay, so in leading it involves motivating, coordinating and energize individuals and groups to work together to achieve organizational goal. Ni nak jadi leaders lah, sebab dalam organisation manager kena jadi leaders. Okay, they have to motivate, they have to coordinate and mereka kena from time to time energize ataupun bagi macam pekerja dia bersemangat sikit. Okay, for individuals ataupun group. Group can be a team, a unit, a department dalam organisation, depends on the organisation size itself. Okay, to work together to achieve organisation goal. Sebab apa leading ni penting? Sebab lama-lama kan, for example a year punya goal, kadang-kadang ada masa yang down, okay, employee punya motivation down, then managers kena main peranan lah. Then function number 4 is controlling. Controlling is to establish accurate measuring and monitoring system to evaluate how well the organisation has achieved its goals. Okay, macam Madam kata tadi, setahun macam mana nak monitor yang dalam masa setahun ni kita akan capai kita punya target, kita punya goal. Mungkin ada monthly punya monitoring, Apa yang nak dimonitor? Yang tu nak kena decide juga. Measuring, how to measure the performance itself. How to evaluate, that is controlling. So dalam controlling, kalau ada months yang for example kita ambil sales yang kurang bagus, kena buat corrective action sikit lah, kena identify apa yang patut kena buat. So itu adalah contoh controlling. Okay. Sorry. Next slide adalah steps in the planning process itself. So number one, boy, so madam. Number one is to decide which goals the organization will pursue. Number two, decide what strategies to adopt and attain those goals. And number three, decide on how to allocate organization resources. So managers will identify and select appropriate organizational goals and develop strategies for how to achieve those high performance. Okay, so this is the steps in the planning process. Okay, so the outcome of planning is a strategy. Okay, yang macam madam kata tadi, a cluster of decision. Strategi ni apa? A cluster of decision on what goals to pursue, what action to take, and how to use those resources yang kita cakap sebelum ni. Right? Planning strategies is complex and difficult, and especially because planning is done in the midst of uncertainty and when the result is unknown, so that the others either success or failure is a possible outcome of the planning process itself. Tu kita cakap pasal planning lah. Okay, alright. Habis steps on the process itself. Okay. So nak kena cakap lagi ke pasal ini? Organizing, the 4 slides is on the 4 function. Never mind, kita akan tengok juga organizing. Apa yang involved in organizing is structuring work relationship, so organization members interact and cooperate to achieve those goals. So managers akan decide how best to organize the resources, human, financial and so on. Yang paling penting sekali human resources lah, macam madam kata, siapa nak buat kerja apa, tak siapa nak report kepada siapa, lebih kurang macam tu lah. Alright. Number 2, organization structure. So managers need to decide still under organizing, ya guys, on the organization structure. Organization structure ni apa? Kalau kita tengok, biasa tengok organization chart tu kan, that is an example of organization structure. It is a formal system of tasks and reporting relationship. Siapa nak report kepada siapa, siapa jadi bos, siapa anak buah dia, that coordinates and motivate organizational members so that they work together to achieve those goals. Okay, later dalam organizing kita akan tengok lagi lah. Dan kita tengok leading. Okay, leading, articulating a clear vision and energizing and enabling organizational members so that they understand the part that they play in achieving those goals. Okay, ini involved in leading. Okay, it involves managers using their power, personality, influence, persuasions and communication skill to coordinate the people and organization. Okay, this is some of the apa ni, what we need to do in leading. Nak kena habaq what is the company's ataupun the organization vision so that the employee faham. Bila dia orang faham, dia orang akan commit dan dia orang akan willing to do the tasks that are needed in achieving those vision ataupun goals. Okay, faham? Sebab tu penting untuk employees ataupun the staff tahu what are the vision, what are the aims. So macam mana nak bagi dia orang tahu tu? Itu adalah task untuk managers. Alright, moving on to controlling. So controlling, macam madam kata tadi, evaluating on how well organization achieve its goal and taking action to maintain ataupun improve performance. So managers need to monitor performance of individuals, departments and those organizations as a whole to determine if they are meeting the meeting the performance standard. Tambah-tambah kan nak cerita lah, kalau you involved in sales punya kerja kan, memang you punya performance will be monitored closely. Alright, your individual performance, the department, the branches memang akan dimonitor closely by the managers itself. Okay, so still in the controlling, the outcome of the control process is that the ability to measure performance accurately and the regulated organization efficiency and effectiveness, and managers must decide which goal to measure. Gitu. Alright, on controlling. Harap jelas Harap jelas. Kalau ada soalan, boleh tanya Madam. Okay. Sebelum we proceed to managerial goals, I think I stop here. For the first video, next video kita akan continue. Next topic kita akan continue in the next video, part 2 for chapter number 1. So management function, planning, organizing, leading and controlling, kita selalu guna PLOAC lah. PLOC. Okay, planning, leading, controlling, block. Alright. Untuk kita ingat. Okay, so I stop here. See you in the next video. Assalamualaikum.